What's going on, people? How you doing? This is TK coming at you. Just want to talk to you today about risk and also risk management. I talk to people about Bitcoin all the time. If you see my videos, you know that I'm a cryptocurrency advocate. And most of the time people say, oh, Bitcoin, that's like going to Vegas. It's a risk that I just don't want to take. So people who don't understand Bitcoin say that it's risky investment. Well, if you truly understood fractional reserve banking, you would know that it's more risky to keep your money in the bank because once you put it in the bank, it doesn't belong to you. The term fractional reserve banking means that they're only required to keep a fraction of your money in your account. The rest of it is loaned out to someone else, and they make money off your money. So because of bail-ins, because of Dodd-Frank, and because of the fact that most banks are insolvent, it's actually more risky to put your money in a savings account through Bank of America or any bank for that matter. So to compare Bitcoin to a traditional savings account that gives you less than 1% interest, you're losing because fiat money is manipulated, controlled, and has a lot of austerity measures built into it that prevents you from even having access to your accounts. Ask those rappers who got the surprise of their life when they tried to withdraw, quote unquote, the amount of money that they had in their account. You can Google that. There's many of them that got the surprise of their life when they caught themselves withdrawing a large amount of money. So Bitcoin doesn't have those capital control measures, and it's a worldwide system that allows you to send money to anyone as long as there's money in your wallet. Doesn't matter the amount, doesn't matter the location, doesn't matter who you're going to send it to. So the risk in terms of gain is truly losing by keeping your money in fiat, because fiat currency is devaluing. It's a negative liability. It's not yours when you put it in the bank, and the amount that you could gain in relation to Bitcoin is upwards of 5,000%. So you're turning down capital gains in the range of 5,000%, and you're settling for less than 1% on your $100,000 sitting in the bank. I try to explain that to people all the time, and it's the lack of knowledge that prevents people from making sound decisions, because you're losing. Savers are losers in the 21st century. Anyone who decides to keep money in paper is going to keep losing money to inflation, to devaluation, to manipulation, to fiat control measures, whereas you become the bank when you decide to participate in Bitcoin. $100,000 saved in Bitcoin is going to go up in equity every time you log into your wallet. When Bitcoin goes up, there's no middleman, there's no central authority, there's no one to ask permission from. You own the keys to your wallet, you own the keys to the vault, and guess what? You have the ability to do whatever you want with the money that's in your account. You can invest it, you can flip it, or you can just sit on it. So that's a big key to comparing Bitcoin to fiat currency. Now think about this. A lot of people say, oh, digital currency. What if the power goes out? That's the most ignoramus statement I've ever heard, because what happens when the power goes out at your house? I think it comes back on at some point, and electricity didn't die. It just went away for a moment and then it freaking came back. So in other words, whenever you have access to your private keys within Bitcoin, you have access to the coins that's in your wallet. It never goes away. It never dies. All it does is allow access whenever you present electronic plug-in. So that's simple to understand. And I encourage you guys to increase your financial literacy and understand what Bitcoin is. Understand what fractional reserve banking is. Understand that you're losing by saving in cash, because cash is a negative liability that continues to devalue every single day. $100 today is not worth $100 tomorrow in spending power, purchasing power, because the cost of goods and services keep going up, whereas your salary keeps going down, or it stays the same. So are you winning? No, you're not. But every time I log into my Bitcoin wallet, if Bitcoin goes up $100, then guess what? My wallet value goes up $100, and I didn't do anything to create that equity. So you become the bank, there's no middleman, and you control the assets that's in your Bitcoin wallet. So I encourage you guys to get a cell phone wallet, to get a offline USB wallet, and to participate in 5,000% equity gain. Bitcoin is a supply and demand market that will continue to go up in value as long as people continue to put money into the coin. So $6,000 is what Bitcoin is at now, but by 2020 it could be somewhere around $100,000. And guess what? The difference between $6,000 and $100,000 is the equity that you will gain based on how much money you put into your wallet. It's just that simple. I try to convert about $500 every payday into Bitcoin. And that's a simple process. It's the same process as exchanging pesos for dollars. You know, you convert one currency into another currency, and then you hold it. Buy low and hold is a perfect strategy in Bitcoin. And to consider it to be anything than what it is losing. You know, you're not going to get 5,000% equity gains from a savings account at Bank of America, but you can get a continuous increase in value based on however much Bitcoin you have in your wallet if you choose to save. Okay, so you need to save in gold, silver, and Bitcoin so that you can have a backup to hedge against inflation and allow you to win in the 21st century. The economic shift that's taking place within the economy is that paper money is on a financial cliff. $200 trillion in debt, and the only answer to debt is print and create more debt. The system is unsustainable. Most major banks are operating in the red and very much insolvent. So we have a bankrupt system that is operating on creating blank checks, and the entire economy is floating on credit. But the issue with the credit issuance is that no one can afford to pay off the interest that comes with each new creation. So every step of the way, more money is created out of nothing, and then with that creation comes interest. So you don't have the money to pay off the interest, much less the ability to keep up with what's created out of thin air. So the only thing I'm telling you is common sense economics, financial literacy 101, and to win in the 21st century, the new 401k is Bitcoin. Put Bitcoin in a wallet and watch it grow. $1,000 today is going to increase in value much faster than possible with $1,000 in a freaking bank account. If you don't believe me, look at the past 7 years where Bitcoin has outperformed every currency on the planet on a per annum basis. So ignore the day-to-day fluctuations and look at the overall gain since 2010, year by year. And look at how much you would make in comparison to how much you don't get at your traditional bank account. Not to mention stepping out of the fiat cabal banksters system. You know, if you opt out of fiat and you step into becoming your own bank, you own the keys to your success. And that's the only thing I'm encouraging you guys to do.